Hello, my name is Shalisa and this is So She Designs. Thank you for stopping by my channel. In today's video, I am going to do my pattern review for McCall's 8245. So if this is something you're interested in, please stay tuned. All right, everybody, how are you doing today? I just wanted to come on here and give you my review of pattern McCall's 8245. It is a pattern, this is a Mrs. Romper jumpsuit, robe, and sash. It has 3 views. There's a romper, which is the shorts version, a jumpsuit, which is the longer version, and then there's a robe with the belt or the sash that goes with it. Okay, this pattern is made for knits. You can use, it says, a 35% moderate stretch knits, rib knit, cotton knit, French terry, lightweight sweater knits, and it is unsuitable for obvious diagonals. So only when you're working with a knit pattern, it's good for you to know that they usually have these like little rulers on the side for these are for knit fabrics to determine the stretch. So you can see right here, this is like a light gray, and then right here this square is white. So what you would do is put your fabric right here, right, and then you will hold it on this end and stretch it and make sure it stretches to right here. And that means it has at least a 35% stretch. So if it goes to that line, then that knit should be okay with this pattern. So this is what I meant about the stretch. This was, let me see. So where my finger is where the gray part is. So what you want to do is pull this to see if it go. So I didn't have any problem. It went. So that's what you use that line for. Now the types of knit that I use for this pattern, I made it 3 times. So the first time I used this, this may be a form of a rib knit. It is very lightweight, but this was the first fabric that I used. Then I used this one. This is the one I'm wearing now. So I used this, plenty of stretch in that one. And for the last one, I used this. So those are the knits that I use to make this pattern. And the only notions that I used was thread and elastic. I used the 1/4 inch elastic. I used white. Yeah, I was gonna say I used black, but I used white on all of them. And the pattern pieces that you use for this, you will use pattern piece 1 and pattern piece 2. It's very simple, very, very straightforward. So I won't take it out though. So hopefully you can see this when I hold it up to the camera. But you'll just need pattern piece 1, which is this one. Yeah, 1 right here and 2. One is the front and one is the back. And you can see it has the line right here. That's it. That's the cutoff line for if you want to do the long version or the shorts. So you only use, it's only 2 pattern pieces. It fit together really good. I had no issues of fitting it together. Now, I feel like the instructions were easy to follow, really simple, really straightforward pictures. I don't know if you can see, but I mean, the pictures are really straightforward, because sometimes I get mixed up on, well, that's for the roll, but sometimes I get mixed up on the pictures sometimes if I don't understand and I'm trying to look, but really easy pictures to follow. That wasn't a problem. The pattern is rated as easy, and I totally agree. It could be, it really, I haven't made the robe, but for the romper and the jumpsuit, it could really be rated as super easy. It really was no problem put together. It's I mean, probably cutting out and putting it together, it might have took me a couple of hours, and that's because I was stopping and going back and forth with the dog. So it was super simple to put together. Now I made view A, which is the romper, which is the shorts, and I also made view B, which is the jumpsuit, which is the long version. Here's my personal experience. The first one that I made out of the black and the white knit fabric. I felt like I did it correctly. I didn't like the fit, so it had crotch lines, the crotch lines in there, and I'm not a fan of, I call it the smiley cat. I'm not a fan of smiley cat. That's just, I don't like that look. That's not for me. So, no. So that, I don't know how it looks on the picture to you, but for me wearing it, it was okay. I slept in it to see my comfort level, but I really don't like things snug up on me. It wasn't bad. It just was too snug for me. So then I made this one. So when I made this one, the adjustments I made from the first one to this one, which is the second one, was I extended the length. There's like a shortened length line, like probably around up in here somewhere. Anyway, I extended it by 2 inches, which was too long because I wanted the crotch longer so I wouldn't have that smiley cat going on. So I needed that longer. So I did make it 2 inches, which was wrong. I should have started maybe like a ½ inch or maybe an inch. But anyway, I did the 2 inches. So this is way long, and this is big, a little big up under here, a little bigger than I want because it keeps like falling down or whatever. And you can see the back. I did not make adjustments to the back, and that was one of my complaints, and I forgot to make adjustments to the back on this one. So the back is too low. Then, but I love this. Guys, I have to force myself to not put this thing on. When I come home from work, this is what's laying across my bed to put on for me to walk around the house. I am in love with this. Even though it's big, it is super comfortable. This fabric came from Fabric Mart. It was gifted to me. However, this is super, super, super comfortable. And I am so in love with this fabric and this particular one. Then I made this one right here. I made the pants out of this one. Really, really happy with what I did. I shortened the back, and I want to say I shortened the front too because they were even, but I did bring it up like an inch so my bra wouldn't show. And I made a mistake, but I made a mistake that worked in my favor. So when I made the adjustments to my pattern pieces, like I said, I brought this up a little bit. I brought this in a little bit on the pattern piece. So when I got ready to, the first thing that you do, the first step that it tells you is to put the, it wants you to put the pieces together. I was trying to find it. But the first step is to join your pieces together at the shoulder. So you're going to join the front and the back at the shoulder. So you'll have, literally you'll have two pieces left once you do that. So then the next step you need to do is encase your elastic. So what happened was on the third one, I accidentally encased the elastic around the arm. Was not paying attention to what I was doing. I thought I was doing the neckline and I did not. However, when I got ready to put it together, I was like, well, it looks a little better. So I went ahead and I tried it on, and I finished the neckline on that side, and I tried it on, right? And it fit so nicely. I had no gaping or whatever right here. It's not falling off my shoulder. So I did the other side. So on that version, I have elastic for the armhole and this. It's not pulled, I did not pull it really, it's not pulled tight when I was sewing. It's kind of like the exact size of the armhole. It may be like half of an inch shorter because it does have some kind of snapback to it, but it made the armhole fit so much better. I don't have this issue with that. It fits nicely up here. The only thing I would say, and I don't even know if it's a user error, the next time I will probably make my hips just a tad bit bigger, just so it won't be so close fitting. But with that being said, it could be this thinness of this knit that I use, because I can't imagine this knit doing the same as that one, because they're different kinds. And another thing that I would like to change for the next time is to see if I can add pockets. But I've already made this 3 times, so I'm going to give the pattern a rest. And I'm going to move on to something else. But when I say I love this pattern, it's going to be a TNT for me. I'm probably going to have, every time I touch knit and I don't know what to do with it, this is probably what I'm going to go to, because I feel like you can make this for a loungewear set around the house as well as something to wear outside the house. I would love to try it with a ponte knit, because it's just something I've just fell in love with, ponte knit. I'm sure they may have different weights. They may have different weights of ponte knit. I don't know. I'm learning. But I did find a ponte knit at Joann's that was just really lovely to work with, and I'm thinking that this may be beautiful with that. I don't know if I'm going to make the robe. Maybe at some point I will. I think it would be cute to make the robe without the sash and shorten the robe into maybe like I don't know, maybe a mini duster, and you can make your romper. Well, I would make the robe with the jumpsuit. So I would make the jumpsuit one color and maybe the robe a coordinating color. That would definitely make it where it would be easy to wear out and about. Personal rating on this pattern, I give it a 5 out of 5 for views A and B. I have not made C. I'm sure that it's probably just as simple to make. And now that I give you the idea of making it as a coordinating piece for the jumpsuit, that may be the next thing I do whenever I tackle this again. But for right now, I'm going to give it a rest. I've already made 3. I do have some knits that I don't know what I'm going to do with, so I may have, by the time I don't know, when I'm having downtime and don't know what I'm going to sew next, maybe I'll sew up another romper, because it really is really comfortable to walk around the house and to sleep in. Like I tell you, this right here, this little romper probably is tired of me, like, ooh, child, you back again? Because when I tell you, even though it's one piece, it's easy to get in and out of, no problem. Even with the long version, just I guess because this is elastic, it's just and it's made out of knit, it is just super easy to get in and out of. And when you become a certain age, the bathroom and your clothes, they become they become something that you need to consider. Just like when you have a baby, you consider changing the diapers. Well, when you get older, you need to consider how many times you have to put them pants up and down to go to the bathroom. So this is really something I would really wear. I would wear this out. Not this one, but the jumpsuit that I made. I would really wear that out, and I really enjoyed this pattern. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that I inspired you to at least try to make McCall's 8245. It is truly, truly, truly a simple pattern. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend this for you, especially if you're a beginner and you haven't worked with knits. This is a great opportunity to work with knits. So with that being said, I want you guys to have a great day, and don't forget to sew something fabulous. Bye-bye.